Hello Aces, my name is Ace Combat and I'm your host for the Ace Combat Community News for the month of April 2018. Now before we start with the news, I just want to apologize that I'm late because I had two issues. First is that, as you can see from the background, I moved into a new apartment, so I had my hands full with the moving process. And the second issue that I still have is I don't have internet in my place. So it's a pain. Now in order to upload these videos, I have been going very frequently to my local Ocean Fried Chicken store. So you can imagine the pain that it is. But regardless, let's go on with the Ace Combat Community News. Our first story comes from Asia, more specifically the Korean Peninsula, the area that over 50 years ago there was a prank that went wrong, also known as the Korean War, which ended up splitting the peninsula into two countries. First and foremost, we have Best Korea, led by my great friend Kim, but unfortunately we're not here to talk about Best Korea. We're going to talk about Worst Korea, also known as South Korea. So here's the thing, and here's how it involves Ace Combat. South Korea is developing their own stealth jet, also known as the KFX program, which is done in cooperation with Indonesia. And here's the problem. They are using these screenshots to market the plane officially. Do you recognize me? Because I'm telling you, these screenshots come from Ace Combat 6. The game has been released about 10 years ago, and I can't believe South Korea is officially, their military, their government is using the screenshots from an Xbox 360 game to market their fighter jet. Seriously, I've seen these screenshots in military news websites from the United States, from Brazil, and perhaps even worse, from Martin Baker, the company that's making the ejection seats for this plane. The South Korean government probably didn't even bother buying the game, which, well, it's illegal anyway because they're using copyright images, but they got the screenshots from Bandai. They basically erased the F-16s there, did some Photoshop, put their fighter jet there, and they just cropped the picture to erase the part that says copyrights for Bandai Namco Entertainment. Can you believe that? Seriously, and I feel like I'm the only person, well, of course you are as well, that are like looking at those websites and like, doesn't anyone recognize that this is happening? Like, I know Ace Combat, I wanna say it's the most important flight shooter ever, but still, the lack of popularity is amazing me that even for the defense people, they don't know that these screenshots are copyrighted from a game from Xbox 360. Seriously, I can't believe that. Bad job, Worst Korea. You need to stop doing that.
It's time to stop!
That's what V2 is for.
No more!
Worst Korea needs to be stopped. This is unacceptable for a high-end military program with a budget of millions and billions of dollars to use a marketing campaign made like this. This is not the first time Worst Korea has been stealing images from Ace Combat. Did you think it was the first time? Because no! Last year I made another video on this because they used footage from Ace Combat Assault Horizon, from Battlefield 3, and they even stole the soundtracks from Call of Duty 4 and the Pirates of the Caribbean into the making of this video right here.
우리나라와 인도네시아가 공동으로 참여해 본격적으로 한국형
보라매는 최적화 설계를 통해 향상된 공력 성능을 보여줍니다. 높은 기동 성능, 특히 공대지 정밀 유도 폭탄, 유도 확산탄 및 대함 정밀 유도 미사일의 운용 능력을 보유하여 어떤 목표물도 정확하고 확실하게 타격할 수 있습니다.
Now this issue has a good side that I'm waiting for. I'm just waiting for Bandai to learn about this and unleash their lawyers against the South Korean government. That would be the battle of the century that I would like to watch. So I'm very excited for that. Someone please tell Bandai. Now in other news, and they come from Asia as well, because Asia is where the things are happening right now. Someone messaged the Indonesian Air Force on Twitter asking, hey, can I join you? Because seriously, messaging the Air Force on Twitter is the best way of demonstrating your interest in becoming a fighter pilot and your patriotism for your country. But the Indonesian Air Force, in all their wisdom, they replied, of course, buy the PlayStation 4 and play Ace Combat. Finally, we have found an Air Force that is using Ace Combat for training. Now, talking about Ace Combat 7, because that's the thing you've been waiting for since 2015. It's been a long wait, hasn't it?
6 months passed without any developments. 6 months of void.
Anyways, it has been confirmed that Ace Combat 7 will be at E3, like last year. And hopefully we're gonna get something out of there. I'm expecting the release date, but nothing's confirmed yet. And from what I heard, Bandai is gonna have a large booth at the event. So at least fingers crossed for that. Hopefully we get the sacred release date we've been waiting for, well, a long time. In other news, have you guys seen the April Fool's prank from Project Wingman? Unfortunately, I wasn't able to cover this last month on my April Fool's video because I made the video before this one came out. But here it is! This is the crossover we've been waiting for. Ace Combat and Attack on Titan! That is the best crossover, the most ambitious crossover ever. Seriously, I don't think that's Photoshop because I think the people from Project Wingman, they actually did that. So why not release that in the game since you went through all that trouble of making it? That's gonna be the best boss battle ever. And now for the big news of this month, that I'm sure you're gonna love it, is that the translation project for the Ace Combat novel Ikaros in the Sky is already happening. I've already ordered the translation of the first chapter from Japanese to English so we can finally get that lore content from Ace Combat. And this is only thanks to the huge support of my followers and donors on Patreon, which are GhostSpy10, Colby Jablonski, Angelo Hart, Michael Miozzi, Lars Reherman, and the North Pointer government. Thank you so much guys for your support, and I hope that you guys are also watching. You can also contribute to that project. The more contributions we get, the faster we can get those translations done, and the sooner we get to enjoy all that delicious lore from Ace Combat that so far has only been available to Japanese people due to language barriers, but we are changing that. If you want to help with this translation project, you can check the link on the description. Every dollar helps, actually every cent helps, so we can finally have that lore available in English. And after Ace Combat Ikaros in the Sky is done, there's also plenty of material for us to bring to the international Ace Combat community. Anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed this update, and as a reminder, I will of course be covering E3 because Ace Combat is gonna be there, because that's our tradition, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we're gonna get the release date we've been waiting for so long. But yeah, thanks for watching and see you guys next time.